The recipe for trouble. Understanding, potion for disaster. Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's English language learning adventure. In this video, we're going to dive into a fascinating phrase that often confuses learners, potion for disaster. While you might be scratching your head wondering about potions and their link to disasters, worry not. We're here to break it down for you, ensuring you can use this phrase confidently in your conversations and writing. Let's get started. First things first, it's important to note that the correct phrase is actually a recipe for disaster, not potion for disaster. This mix-up is a great starting point for understanding idiomatic expressions in English. A recipe for disaster means a set of conditions that seem sure to lead to a bad outcome. It's like when you mix ingredients for a cake incorrectly. You're likely not going to get the tasty dessert you hoped for. The phrase, a recipe for disaster, likely originates from the culinary world, where a recipe dictates the specific mix of ingredients needed to create a dish. When applied metaphorically, it suggests that combining certain elements in any situation can lead to trouble or failure. For example, leaving a group of unsupervised children near a freshly painted wall is a recipe for disaster. Here, the phrase vividly paints a picture of potential chaos. It's easy to see why someone might confuse recipe with potion, as both involve mixing elements to create something new. However, potion carries a magical or mystical connotation, often used in fantasy stories and old tales of witches brewing concoctions. The correction to a recipe for disaster emphasizes the importance of understanding the context and nuance in English idioms. Let's look at some examples to see how this phrase is used in real-life situations. Ignoring all the safety warnings seems like a recipe for disaster. Mixing tired drivers and icy roads is a recipe for disaster. These examples show how the phrase can be applied to various scenarios, highlighting potential negative outcomes based on certain conditions or decisions. Understanding phrases like, a recipe for disaster, is key to mastering the subtleties of the English language. Remember, idioms often cannot be translated word for word but instead require a grasp of the metaphorical meaning behind the words. We hope this video has clarified this intriguing phrase for you and added a new tool to your English language toolkit. Thanks for watching, and see you in our next lesson.